gets, the more doable this gets for Sheik. Because, you know, the thing about Sheik in this matchup is, like, when it's sloppy, when it's scrappy, when you're dropping your punishes on both sides, then Fox does really, really, really well.
That's right.
But if you can assassinate Fox when you get your hands on him, which Jmook for sure can, then this matchup actually isn't, you know, that bad. Because, like, at any given moment, if Jmook hits an up tilt, that could turn into a grab, which turns into a kill.
Yeah, and that's what happened in that Genesis set, which is where Jmook's initial rise has happened.
Right.
Is that Jmook touched iBDW and was probably one of the strongest punish games that we've ever seen.
Precisely.
So I think early on, that's what I'd be watching to see how strong is Jmook's punish today.
How hard is he hitting? Now, on the flip side, we've also seen, I think this is what makes Jmook so scary, he doesn't need necessarily to be playing 100% to beat top Foxes, because that same tournament, if you watch the Plup set where Jmook upset Plup, I didn't think Jmook was actually tech chasing very well against Plup. He was dropping a lot of them, and it got scrappy, but Jmook kind of just clutched it out. So,
by the way, that last offset tag he did was so heads up, knowing that Fox was going to shield right back here on him. Just perfect offset, grab the ledge, doesn't have to put in a compromised position.
Right.
Back throw off.
Oh, the needles don't connect.
I also love that recovery though, because that needle would have covered if iBDW would have gone for the ledge.
Right. The predictable double jump arc. Yeah. Just jumping back. Almost reminds me of like S2J, when S2J sometimes will double jump into an up B, even when he can double jump to the ledge or the stage. And Jmook, good movement, not letting iBDW land.
That's just good accuracy right there. That's like some exercise stuff, right? Be able to hit that sort of forward air right as the Fox is coming down.
Jmook going for the Jmook special. You got to watch out for the up tilt in the grab against this guy. And oh no, he tried to press up B, but got the side direction on his stick.
And that's actually one of those like top player SDs, because that means you're trying to go for the full drift right before your up B to get the max distance. And so you're trying to hit the up B very fast.
Right, like as late as possible off of your side direction. Jmook trying to go for some like run up forward tilts in neutral. That was a great dash attack to open iBDW up, but a slide off from iBDW is not letting Jmook capitalize. Ooh, Cody's starting to run away with it. That shine.
I love how fast iBDW's movement there was to grab the ledge.
Right.
Immediately got that back air and immediately touched that ledge.
Okay, forward airing iBDW off. And that really high side B is basically counterplay to Sheik trying to come off stage after you. If Sheik stays on stage, it's not very good to go for, but that was just heads up play from iBDW. The recoveries have been immaculate.
There's a read by Jmook.
Finally, Finally, Jmook gets a read on one of the recoveries, because so far, I would say iBDW's winning the recovery war.
That's right.
And you need a big kill here to get back in the game. You need like ooh.
Jmook really wants that grab, and it's obvious.
It is obvious. Yeah, it's especially obvious to Cody right now, who's just, he's just playing, you know, outside of that range. He's like full jump in the center stage, full jump in center stage, dash back. Yeah. And I'll let you just tie your own noose, buddy. That's
actually one of the things that iBDW is the best at, is that, and you'll see it in the Marth matchup as well, is that he's actually really good against run-up grab. Overall.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what he protects against. He's just thinking about it all the time. He's like, man, if this guy grabs me, you know, it's curtains. And actually, Jmook got no center stage grabs. We talked about the tech chasing. He didn't have to tech chase because he never got one.
Right. Yeah, it never really turned into that in the first place. He's going to run it back to Battlefield. I do think a lot of that game was kind of off the back of the first stock, where iBDW got the lead and then never really was able, you know, relinquished it. Jmook there, I don't know what spot dodge was.
That was the first actual tech chase situation.
Yeah, right. And I think he tried to wave dash back, but did it so fast that he got a spot dodge by accident. Just like mistimed the shield input. Careful. Wow, Cody. iBDW. By the way, this is like his first tournament back in quite some time, because he did have you know, some health complications
and
that are resolved now.
before that happened, I mean, some people were talking about him being the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, he did win the last big thing he went to, which was Phantom over in Australia. And that was over Zane. Mango was there. You know, he beat a lot of the competition that gives him a tough time. iBDW, that's a tough one to get, ironically.
The edge guard for Jmook, right? Because he didn't have that much time after grabbing that ledge.
Exactly, yeah. He kind of needed to do something with Fox's up B after Fox was already above the stage. But, you know, paradoxically, if Fox is low enough percent there's not much you can do. You hit him, but he kind of
doesn't
will
go very far, right?
Yeah, didn't go very far. iBDW looking so strong right now. This is going to be another punish. Wow, with the up air.
Almost gets this. I love that neutral air attempt.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that was an Omsatech punish also.
Right, Omsatech bait.
Bait.
Which Jmook smartly did not do.
Right.
These days it's actually quite ill-advised a lot of the time. Whoa! reacting to the SDI off the first hit up air. That was crazy. So like Jmook SDIing out of the up air so that iBDW almost got the first hit.
Right?
Right, and then he just immediately grabs. Like, look, you can't escape. Oh my goodness!
Wow, iBDW's playing so well. This is a good Fox.
That would have been one of the best. That would have been one of the best combos of the year if that KO'd. It's a little bit less climactic when the up air doesn't kill, but even still, man. I mean, this has got to be like a debilitating if you're Jmook. You're like, man, Cody's playing good. Oh, what a good ledge stall. Everything getting covered right now. Jmook can't get this guy off, and Fox.
Yeah, and I think the number one thing I'm seeing is that like run up grab, walk up F tilt, all this sort of things that Jmook goes for to try to beat like a Fox in center stage, none of them are working. So it feels like Cody's been holding center when he has it, and Jmook hasn't really been able to press forward at all, which is the classic Sheik weakness. Sheik doesn't have the approaches that a lot of other characters do. So
like you can either try to get a little bit more creative and like, you know, basically fight further in, like, you know, when iBDW like tries to like weave outside of the range of your boost grab or whatever, go even further. Or you just play more stationary yourself and play more defensive and slow the game down a little bit. That could work. Okay, good knockdown right there. But I mean, this is the problem, right, is when, you know, we see this even at the top level, when you haven't really been winning neutral and when you've kind of been getting the breaks get off you, sometimes you win neutral, you finally get that opening.
Right.
And you're not ready to capitalize.
And the pace is different. It's actually compounded by if you're as good as someone like Jmook and you win 99% of your friendlies.
Right.
You know, like, you're not used to having this sort of pace of the match.
Right. Having to snap back into it.
Yeah, you don't have to snap back into it if you're three-stocking everybody, right?
Right. Yeah, right now, okay, you need to make something happen off this. Unfortunately, FOD is going to make it tricky. Look at that side platform. Usually one of Sheik's best friends, but right there was Jmook's worst enemy.
Immediate forward. Wow, this is a cool stock.
Yeah.
That D-tilt ends up not converting into anything, surprisingly.
And, you know, off that forwarder that Cody slid off, it's like, you know, 99.9% of the time you are not supposed to DI Sheik's forwarder down and away. But iBDW recognized, if I do that, I will bounce off the stage and I'll survive.
That's right.
So, yeah. No! Boy. He did not mean to do that.
Jmook's still very good, though.
Well, maybe. Maybe he did. Maybe that's exactly what he needed.
That's why you practice Zelda, Sheik mains.
Yeah, for that moment.
For that moment. It happens sometimes.
Okay, the tech chase starting up here. What's it going to be? This is the first extended tech chase Jmook has been able to put together this set.
Gets good damage so far.
Oh, the shield came up.
Shields.
Yeah, he like didn't trust it. Wow, okay, getting the grab off that. But Jmook, yeah, I mean, the tech chases haven't been 100% the way we, you know, sometimes acclimated to seeing him.
Right. Has had control, but wow, a shield grab on reaction against those
that was
jabs.
such a good shield grab.
Okay, gets the strong back here, and that time adjusting to the high side Bs that iBDW's been doing. It's a bit of an adjustment here by Jmook.
Definitely. Guarantee he's going to look for up tilt. There it is, up tilt grab. Oh, the platform! This is like the best example I've seen of like your counter pick going wrong. Not that it's going wrong. I mean, this is the best Jmook's done all set, but like those side platforms have actually been saving iBDW so much. Okay, maybe you just get a KO here. I think trying to re-DI away, right? That's why Jmook went for down smash instead of like forward tilt.
That makes sense. Oh, almost misses that forward tilt because of the perfect angle. And no tech, and here we go into an up smash. Jmook has to claw this one back if he wants to stay in winners. Oh, Ledge dash, that's some glint.
Yeah, that forward tilt just gets punished. You do not want to be forward tilting this Fox's shield. Okay.
All right, here's the moment here. If Jmook's gonna make it back, it has to be right now. Okay, that's great holding up right there against Fox platform up air. You end up getting an auto SDI.
Up tilt grab is so good. That second of it up tilt is plus.
Here we go, a tech chase. So far, so perfect.
Wow. Oh, tried to forward tilt the side B.
Up tilt against the full hop has been helping so much.
Nair. I don't think iBDW landed.
There's a read.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, right there, I think Jmook identified, okay, iBDW doesn't have a jump. If I go off stage in the up Bs, it's over. If he side Bs, then
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But that's all right because I got him last time on side B. I think he's going to try to beat.
Yeah, I think there's an element of that where you want to keep in mind kind of the wheel of adaptation there. And if you've just punished their side B, it's very likely they'll go into up B.
Right, and also,
okay,
I think we're restarting the game. We probably did the wrong counter.
Might be FD, yeah.
I also like it because that's like the perfect time to do a read, right?
Yep.
In terms of the set pace, it's like you win the game completely and get to turn the set around.
Then who knows what happens, right?
Right, exactly. So.
But Jmook on the board now. And I would say he clutched up that game. Even going on the last stock, he was down.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like...
I'd say the up tilts, by the way. So iBDW was doing like full hops against like Sheik walks.
Yeah.
Like Sheik walk F tilt, that sort of stuff. And
delay up tilt.
Delay up tilt beats that, yeah.
Cody trying to...
What a down tilt.
Trying to show some up tilts of his own. Yeah, really, really good down tilt. And Jmook not getting the angle. Went straight up by accident. And once again, we find ourselves in a situation where it's iBDW who just has that lead. Need to kill off this. Jmook with good reactions. Excellent slide out from iBDW, but Jmook is all over him.
Missed the forward air, barely. Accuracy. Oh, I love the going for the forward air there.
RTC slap. I was watching the video this morning, and we were talking about something unrelated to Melee, and then Bobby all of a sudden goes, hey, did you know Jmook can fair you on reaction? He can RTC fair you, and I was like, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, that's an instant forward air, right? To hit the small little fox.
Right. So I assume you do it with the A button, so you just can do it like rising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down air.
Up tilt.
Oh.
Just going to go into the forward air. Nair there, just guarantee you get the strong hit. Oh no, he's a little bit off. And now the tree's
a tree.
Up.
Oh wow.
In the words of a wise man, a tree.
A tree.
That's been there. Well, this one hasn't been there. iBDW posturing like I might come in.
I actually got Jmook to waste me some needles, but got back here.
Phantom.
Phantom.
Not that it matters. You do take 7 less damage.
You know, that's something.
Phantom hits, you only take half the damage. Wow, Sheik's leg does just go through that tree. She's like Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
Shield grab?
Second time this week I made that reference.
Was a weird tech chase situation because of the transformation. The Jmook wasn't quite ready.
Yeah, it's funny because that was actually like an easy tech to cover.
An easier one, right, actually. Because Stadium actually was helping Jmook.
Right. But these edge guards from iBDW, I would say, have been very, very, very scary for Jmook because, like, this is something Leffen even pointed out at one of the summits. Leffen was like, actually, if the Jmook has one weakness, sometimes his recovery is a little bit old school.
Yeah.
Relative to, let's say, someone like Face Roll, for example. And iBDW has really been putting the hurt on Jmook when Jmook has to up B.
What a slide off. On a
really
dash attack during a tech chase.
The wiggle out from Jmook. Gets the knockdown. Gets the weak. So that was a CC.
That was weak hit dash attack, no?
Or it might have been weak hit. I feel like that was, Jmook was like a hair late and Cody got crouch out.
That was weird.
Oh no! Jmook maybe should have just gone to ledge. Careful at the shine spike 3-1. iBDW winning the Battle of Upstate New York, advancing to winner's side top 8 over Jmook, who gets sent to a loser's bracket full of killers blur.
Yeah, including Zane.
Including H-God.
Yeah. Our top 2 seeds are in losers right now.
My goodness.
So,
do we know what Jmook's seed was? I mean, at the end of the day, seed doesn't matter too much because if you have to fight this caliber of player to win the tournament, at a certain point, would you rather be 4th seed or 5th seed? It probably doesn't matter.
And honestly, nowadays where it feels like the top 7-ish players are roughly even, like they're in terms of their odds to win, close-ish.
Right.
And obviously, maybe someone would say like the Zane H-Box might have a higher odds. It doesn't matter as much as it used to.
Right.
But anyways, that means iBDW moves on. So now winners looks like AMSA is doing well. It's AMSA Sunsei.
Yes.
And iBDW versus Mango.
iBDW versus Mango. Yeah, because that was the Zane Mango side of the bracket.